Hello everyone, welcome back to another English online session. I hope you all fine. Today I am going to narrate or explain you the chapter If I Were You. It is a drama and written by Douglas James. It is included in the text Beehive. If I Were You is a one-act play by Douglas James. It is the story of an intruder who enters the cottage of Gerard. Gerard was a playwright who write dramas. So this intruder with an intention to murder him and take on his identity because he looks like him. So this intruder came here to kill Gerard and after this he decided to leave as Gerard, stealing the identity of Gerard and continue his life as Gerard. Gerard, however, gets rid of him by handing him over to the police. So how Gerard solved this problem and what kind of a technique he has used to tackle this intruder is the drama. Now let me give you a brief outline about the writer. Douglas James was born on 1888 and died on 1946. Was a British colonial administrator holding the post of governor of North Borneo, Sierra Leone and the Leeward Islands during his career. He has been the British colonial administrator as a governor in these places. In 1960, he became secretary to administration in British Somaliland, a position he held until 1921. This play is set in a small cottage. The room has an entrance of the right hand side with a curtain on it. There is another door to the left side of the room which is in use. The room has simple furniture, a small table to the left, a chair or two and a small bed on the right side of the room. On the table, a telephone is kept. As the curtain on the stage is rolled up, Gerard is found standing by the table making a phone call. He is of medium height and is wearing spectacles that are in the shape of horns. He is wearing a lounge suit and a great coat. His voice indicates that he is cultured and well educated. So in the initial passage giving us the details about the central character of the story, Gerard, and where this drama staged, the location or the place all these things are happening was the room of Gerard, and what are the things arranged in the room, everything explained, and what sort of a person was Gerard, everything explained in this passage. We have already knew that he was a playwright who write script for the drama. Gerard is speaking on the phone. He says that the person should call him up directly. He adds that he would reach in 10 minutes, bids goodbye, and puts the receiver back on the phone. Then he goes to the divan and starts packing the stuff in a traveling bag. While he is busy packing, another man who is smaller to Gerard enters the room silently from the right side. He has a gun in one hand. He is dressed in a bright colored dress, an overcoat and a soft hat. He bumps into the table and Gerard turns around at the sound. Gerard speaks pleasantly to the stranger and says that he is surprised to see him. The intruder says that he is glad to find Gerard happy to see him. He adds that Gerard won't remain happy when he comes to know of his intentions. The intruder asks Gerard to raise his hands. So here is the situation. Gerard was busy packing something. He was packing something in his traveling bag and he made a call and he is instructing someone to call him within 10 minutes. And again he continued his packing. By the time another man came in the room, Gerard is not aware of the presence of the other man. He is comparing to Gerard, he is a smaller person, and he has a gun. He has a gun on his hand, and he just informed that Gerard won't be happy when he revealed his intentions. Actually, Gerard was surprised and he was happy to see another person in his room, but the other person was threatening him. If Gerard came to know about the new intruder's intention, he may not remain happy. Gerard finds the intruder's behavior to be dramatic and not very natural. The intruder says that he is trying to be composed, and he is short of words to complete the sentence, so he couldn't complete what he was saying. Gerard adds that he wants to say that he is trying to be calm and nonchalant, that is, not to show anxiety or enthusiasm. The intruder thanks Gerard for completing the sentence and says that soon he will stop acting smart. He adds that he will torture him and make him crawl. Gerard says that the intruder could ask him anything, but before that he wanted to sit comfortably. The intruder commands Gerard to sit on the chair and sits on the divan. He wants to talk about two of them. So here the things, even the other person was threatening. Gerard is not showing any sign of tension or just replying without any kind of emotional anxiety or any enthusiasm. Very naturally he was replying, but on the other hand the intruder is behaving dramatically. And the intruder couldn't finish a sentence he was speaking, but Gerard just completed, and the intruder just told Gerard that he is behaving very smart, but he could not continue this after some time. He even made Gerard crawl. These words also didn't bother Gerard. Gerard said that he could explain everything, anything the other person asked, he is ready to answer. But before that, the other person should allow him to sit. So he was sitting on the divan, and just their conversation was continuing. Gerard says that finally he has a person who is concerned about him and wants to know about his past. So here the intruder was collecting details about Gerard. We already knew that why this intruder came here, but Gerard was treating this in a different way. He was happy that someone came here to ask and inquire about the past of Gerard. He adds that he would tell him about his life, how as a child he was stolen by a group of nomads, and why the age of 30 to 32 years was he living all alone at this small cottage in Essex. So here this man is behaving very normal way, and in a very silly way he was behaving that. He just told that he was ready to explain from childhood till now about his life. He was kidnapped by nomads, the tribal people, and how he settled in this room. After 32 years old, he wasn't married. Everything he was ready to explain to the intruder. But the intruder was not expecting this. He want a few details about Gerard. By saying this, he developed an air of suspense around him. The intruder was not intrigued by Gerard's words. So here, after saying this, he was creating a curiosity. So why he settled here? after 32 living alone here. So he was trying to create a curiosity intriguing situation here, but this man intruder was not ready to just follow or express any kind of curiosity about his details. The intruder wanted answers to his set of questions and did not want to hear to what Gerard had to say. He asked if Gerard lived there alone. Gerard says that the way in which the intruder spoke made him feel that he was telling him that he lived alone rather than asking him if he did live alone. He added that the intruder's voice was not familiar to imply that he wanted to know about him. So here the conversation was continuing. This intruder said he didn't need any sort of details about his past or all the things, but he needed a set of answers for his questions. So again he asked whether Gerard was living here alone or not. So this Gerard was finding a unfamiliar attitude from the other person, intruder, that he already informed that he was living alone, but still the intruder again asked. It's like he already told, but still asking. That kind of attitude made this Gerard think he was not expecting the answer. He was trying to put the answer in Gerard's mouth. So he was just taking the answer he likes, the intruder. Gerard asked what would the intruder do if he did not answer his question. The intruder warned Gerard that if he did not want any harm, then he should obey his orders. So Gerard to check, Gerard told that if he refuses to answer the intruder's question, what will happen? So the intruder said that if he didn't like to get harmed by the other person, he should give the answers. So it's a threat from the intruder. If Gerard was not giving any answers, the other person will put him in danger. Gerard spoke intelligently and replied that his good sense of reflected in his ability to avoid pain than the mere desire to avoid it. So he just said very intelligently, he replied that he has a good sense that reflected in his ability to avoid pain. So it indirectly saying that Gerard is agreeing to answer the questions what the intruder wanted to know. He asked the intruder about his opinion and addressed him as Mr. to indicate that he wanted to know his name. So he just asked his name. Gerard tried to ask his name and started with Mr. Like a question. So the other person may tell his name, like Gerard is trying to get the name from the other person. So he said Mr. and waited to the other person say the name. The intruder replied that he need not know his name, and on the other hand asked Gerard his Christian name, that is the name he was given when he was baptized in the church. So the complete name he was asking. The intruder didn't reveal any identity of him, but instead of that he was asking what is the Christian name of Gerard. Gerard replied that his Christian name was Vincent Charles. Okay, Vincent Charles. The intruder's next question was if Gerard had a car. Gerard replied negatively. So Gerard said his complete name. Vincent Charles Gerard is his name, and the intruder asked the next question, that was this man Gerard has a car. But Gerard replied negatively. That irritated the other person, the intruder. The intruder said that Gerard was lying. He said that he was not foolish. He was smarter than him and knew that he had a car. He warned Gerard not to befool him. Gerard asked the intruder if he was really an American or was he copying the accent. The intruder got angry and said that his gun was not a toy. He could harm Gerard and still would get a reply to his questions. Gerard showed that he got scared and said that he would be happy to help the intruder. He accepted that he had a car and said that it was in the garage. Then the intruder asked whether the place was frequented by many people. Gerard replied that he rarely had any visitors. He added that very few people underwent the trouble of visiting him. Other than the baker, greengrocer, and the milkman, no one else bothered to visit him. So here, this Gerard was trying to say a lie, but the intruder got angry and said that, "Don't be smart and tell me the answer." So he agreed. Okay, he agreed that he had a car because the intruder threatened him. The gun was not a toy. And then the conversation continued that the intruder asked Gerard that many people come here or not. So he said no, there are no frequent visitors. Only a few people comes like the baker, the greengrocer, and the milkman. No other people just take the trouble to visit this Gerard. The intruder said that he had come to know that Gerard did not meet tradespeople. Gerard commented that the intruder had gone through a lot of trouble to gain information about him. He added that as the intruder knew a lot of him, he should disclose some details about himself too. He added that the intruder had been reserved and had not talked much about himself. The intruder said that he had a lot to talk about himself in case Gerard thought himself to be smart. He was smarter. He had brains and used his intelligence to achieve things. Gerard commented that the man had just broken into his small cottage, which was not a big deal and did not require much intelligence. The intruder said that the reason for his entering Gerard's cottage would shock Gerard. Gerard replied that by seeing the intruder's behavior, he knew that his reason for entering his house would be shocking. Then he inquired about the crime that the intruder specialized in. The intruder replied that he specialized in jewel robbing. He added that Gerard's car would be a gift for him because it was very stylish. So the conversation going further, and the intruder telling that he also inquired about Gerard, a few people. Gerard, in return, Gerard was asking, the intruder gone through some trouble to collect details of Gerard, but he was not revealing anything to Gerard. But the intruder very smartly didn't reveal anything. And he said, finally, he said he is a jewel thief. He used to snatch jewels or steal jewels. And he said that the car of Gerard would be a great gift to the intruder. And also he was saying that if Gerard come to know about the intention of the intruder, he will be terribly shocked. Gerard commented that in Essex, jewels were hardly found. He wanted to say that it was futile for the intruder to visit the area as he would not find any jewels there. The intruder added that just like jewels, cops were also scarce in Essex, so he could live there peacefully. Gerard asked if the intruder wanted to leave with him. He commented that the decision was sudden and that he had not invited the intruder to live with him. The intruder replied that he did not take the trouble to ask permission from Gerard because he won't be there for long. Gerard asked that what did he mean by that. The intruder replied that the surprise was that he intended to kill Gerard. Gerard said that the man sounded harsh. The intruder replied sarcastically that he would be sorry to do that because he had developed a liking for him. Gerard said that killing a person was a serious crime and advised the intruder not to do so. Here, Gerard was trying to advise the intruder that there was no much jewel he can find here. Staying here, it is not useful. It is futile. He cannot find many jewel here. So the intruder was replying that same as the jewels, cops, the policeman also rare here. So he can leave here. So Gerard was asking whether the intruder intended to live with him. But the intruder told him that he was not going to leave. Gerard was not going to live with the intruder for a long time. So Gerard immediately asked what exactly he was mean by that. So he revealed his intention that he was going to kill Gerard and going to live in the identity of Gerard. The intruder going to live in the identity of Gerard. That's why he came in this room. The intruder said that he was being chased by the police as he had already murdered a person. If he would kill another one, the punishment would still remain the same, as they could not have him to death twice. Gerard said it meant that the intruder was planning to murder him without any reason. He agreed that the intruder would not lose anything but asked that what would he get by killing him. He wanted to know the reason for him to kill Gerard. The intruder replied that in return for killing Gerard, he would get freedom. As he had committed a murder, he was hunted by the police and was hiding like a rat. Upon stealing the identity of Vincent Charles Gerard, he would live a life of freedom. He could go to places, eat and sleep without fear of being caught by the police. Gerard commanded that in many dramatic plays the villain was shown to be a foolish person. He would delay being killed, eventually got frustrated due to the delay. Then he would commit some foolish act and get trapped. But the intruder was luckier than such villains. The intruder replied that he was fine because he was doing this for a reason. He wanted to live on the stolen identity of Vincent Charles Gerard. He enacted Gerard's style of speaking, which he had learned when he had overheard Gerard talking on the phone. The intruder mimed Gerard and asked how was his performance. So here Gerard wanted to know what's the reason he was ready to kill Gerard. So he revealed everything. He murdered someone. The policeman was chasing him. So he can live in the identity of Gerard. Here nobody would doubt him because they are almost similar, and for the last few weeks he was observing. The intruder was observing each and every movement of Gerard and even started mimicking or enacting how this Gerard speak or behave. Everything he just learned. So he was saying that it is benefit that he would not hang twice even if he killed Gerard. But if it work out, he can live freely. So he get freedom. In reply, Gerard was saying that every villain in speak like this, very dramatic. They delay the killing of the other person, and finally they do something foolishly and got caught. But here the intruder was planned everything, and he said he kill Gerard and live in the identity of Vincent Charles Gerard. So this is the story. I have narrated the half of the portion. Now just to go through the portions I have just explained you, and you can have a dictionary while reading. That will help you to find the meaning of new words. See you in the next class with the balance part of the story. Take care.